Well, well, by the way, like I know we kind of started chatting it up and all that, but you know what? From like an outsider perspective, because this is the actual first time that we actually get to chat, right?
Yes.
Man, you do everything. What is it that you don't do? So here, let's start off with that.
My God.
So from what I saw, you do makeup, right? You're a makeup artist.
Yes.
You teach makeup classes. Yes. You do some modeling.
Yes.
Okay, I'll let you just take the stage.
Let me introduce myself.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, my name is Marianne. Wait, is this a camera right here?
That's a camera right there.
Oh my God. Why is it so tiny?
That's what she...
Oh my God, I don't want to say that. I hope I never
That's
come
what
across
she
that.
didn't say.
I hope I never come across that, okay? I'm just kidding. I'm Marianne Matar. I'm a professional makeup artist based in San Diego. I've been doing makeup for this year's my 9th year as a makeup artist. I started in high school. So, it's been a journey. It's been so fun. Now I get to teach my makeup classes. I'm a makeup instructor now. He's like, I have chapped lips. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to sing. You called me out, man. No, because if I didn't use this, I'll be licking my lips. But sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. And then, yes, I do. I'm a brow artist as well. I have a salon in Barrio Logan with my business partner. And then I do modeling here and there. I really enjoy it. I work with a lot of photographers in San Diego. What else? I have a boutique too, an online boutique, which is on hold because the bitch is a little busy right now. But yeah, I do a little bit of everything. And I'm a newly dog mom.
That's
just hard.
That destroyed your house right now, right?
Destroyed my house, but I will take that over anything.
That's so
my baby.
So where does this all like come from? Like this drive of you doing so much, right? Because anybody can have like just their 9 to 5, come home, watch movies, and that's it, right? They can be perfectly like comfortable, but do you know why, or why do you work so much?
I love working. My mom is such a both my parents actually, they're hustlers. But, my dad, they're both Mexican. My dad has a pop-in business in El Paso, Texas. But my mom, she's a single mom of 3 kids, came to the States, no fucking money, no nothing. And she fucking grinded it out. I'm sorry if I'm going to be cussing a lot.
No, go for it.
I'm like... viewers is what is it? Discretion deserved. But yeah, so she was just killing it out here, hustling, but also to see her struggle too. Oh hell no, I don't want that. I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for my kids. So just that, and also being here in the States and in America, like there's so many opportunities here. When I was living in Mexico, like I would not be able to do this over there. First of all, they judge you. I would definitely not be doing everything, but the opportunities are obviously completely different than Mexico.
Right. Right now, you said that you wouldn't want that for your kids. You don't have any kids, right?
I don't have any kids, but I do want to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, eventually. Oh yeah, that's why I grind it out too. That's why I'm fucking hustling right now, because I'm not ready for kids, but when I'm ready, I want to be able to be ready, And I mean, you're never ready, but I want to be able to be financially stable, and I don't want to go through what my mom went through with us, because, it's a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone that comes from the bottom, and everybody that's out there just growing up in the hood, at least from my experience, right? You always want what you didn't have as a kid and provide that for your future children, right? Because that's exactly how I feel. I just want to continue fucking working hard and provide. At times I don't even care for myself, right? I just want to make sure that my future generation, my kids, my girlfriend Chelo, that she's well taken care of, right? And just because man, I want to strive for everything that I never had in my reach.
Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So out of all the things that you do, what is it that you enjoy the most?
I enjoy everything. And that's why I think that I love doing everything too, because I'm not bored of anything, you know? So I love doing makeup because I've been doing it for so long, but I also have it's a passion of mine. And so now that I get to teach it to other people and I get to like see, like we just had our last class this past Monday, and to see my work in their work now, you know, like the way I do makeup, like, and now they do it the same way, like that's so rewarding to me. So I love makeup because of that, but then I also love modeling because it's like a completely different thing for me, you know. I'm able to feel sexy and be sexy in front of the camera, and also like show girls that they can fucking do that shit too, you know, like that they don't have to be in grandma clothes. I just kidding, no, but you know, just do that, and then you know, and everything else too, just being a boss, you know, running shit.
That's dope.
I like that. I love it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's hella dope. So I'm not sure. I think you mentioned you've been on one podcast before or multiple.
I've done 2 podcasts before. My first one was like years ago though. It was like, I want to say 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. That was my very first podcast. 3 years ago, I want to say.
Do you know the name?
Oh my God.
If you don't know, if it's not popping up, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I know.
What about the second one?
Boisterous Boys, right? Yeah, with Courtney Hendo, which is the owner of Hendo Studios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is where I shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, now you're on the oinomaspodcast, and we're fucking taking over.
Oinomas.
Are you ready? Welcome to oinomaspodcast with Angel Houseman.
We're fucking taking over.
Wow.
We're coming for
Who
everything.
Did this?
Huh?
Did Jose record that?
That's my voice.
Oh my God. He's like, wait, I gotta prove it.
Hey man, I'm telling you, environment is everything. Ever since we linked up with me and Jose, I know I probably said it multiple times in other podcasts, but honestly, environment, the people you're surrounding yourself with, it's so freaking important.
So important, 100%. And we were just talking about that too, like the people, because there's only so much that you can motivate yourself, you know, and I'm obviously always, you know, even talking to myself, like I'll be in my car and I'm like, Marianne, like this and that, you know, but if you're surrounded also by people that are on the same wave as you, the same energy, that want the grind, that want the hunger and everything, like you're also gonna, you know, be motivated and want to come up, and that also want that for you as well, you know, because I feel like I also have friends that I felt like we were on the same grind, and it was like you also kind of feel that hater vibe with them too.
I've gotten that recently.
Me too.
Right? I've gotten that recently. Like, oh, like you can't hang out with me because I'm not famous enough. Or like, what the fuck? Bro, you don't see the behind the scenes that I'm fucking going to sleep at 12, waking up at 4 a.m, doing my cardio. Like, this is fucking hard. I'm tired right now. You know what I mean? But you know what? Like, I have a lot of goals and dreams that I'm striving for, and I'm not going to fucking give up.
Yep, exactly.
Well, anyways, like, at least I guess I don't have the honor to have seen those podcasts, but can you at least tell us how you got started with makeup and like kind of a little bit of your journey, why you got inspired to do makeup, and then that way we can transition into like your current times.
So I used to dance in high school, and I was very involved in high school. I loved every activity that we did. I would like literally be involved with it. And then so when I started dancing, I started watching YouTube, first of all. That's how I learned how to do makeup. And then with dancing too, with our dance concerts, our shows and everything, like I just started doing everyone's makeup, and it was so fun to me, you know? And then after I was like, you know what, bitch, like this is costing me a little bit of money, you know, my drugstore makeup, you know? And so I started charging people like $20, you know, for prom. That's where I started. And then from there, you know, it was like when Instagram was barely, you know, popping, Twitter was popping. And so I was just promoting. But my parents were like, no, you're going to school, you know, you're going to college. Like I had to, you know, I'm first generation. Like I had to go to college. So I was going to college and doing makeup on the side, and it happened for a couple years. I was slacking at college. I hated school, honestly. I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah,
like,
same.
why am I going to school right now, you know? And I started with a completely different major, got my associates. I didn't even finish. Like, I didn't even transfer or anything because I told my dad, like, this is what I want to do, you know? And so years of doing it, it just became something that I was so passionate about that I was making money, you know? Obviously not paying my bills yet, but like I didn't want to go to college anymore. Like it was not something that was going to pay my bills in my experience, you know? Right. So ever since then, I just kept doing it. I started working with a bridal, hair and makeup like traveling agency, and then I was also going to LA a lot. Oh my god, I would sleep in my car. Like I did not care. I was like, I'm doing this is my dream, you know. Damn. So I was going up there doing everyone's makeup. Like I was doing people's makeup for free, like influencers, like when it was barely starting, you know. Like I didn't care. I was doing it. I was like, and I'm still doing it, you know, obviously. But at the time, I was just grinding. Like, I wanted... And I feel like that's why I'm where I'm at right now. Because a lot of people know me because of that, you know? Like, I have so many friends in LA still that, you know, I'll still do makeup for that I now charge, you know? But before, it was just like collaborating. Post me, you know?
And you know what? Just something that I want to jump in and say is that... You know what? They'll see you with the influencer, this famous people, right? And they're like, oh, man, that's so dope. But yet again, they don't get to see you when you're sleeping in the car, right?
Exactly.
So same thing right now. Like they'll probably see when I'm with Jose, right, chilling, having a drink, having fun, right? But they don't get to see the back end. And I'm like freaking waking up at 4 a.m, fucking tired. Yes. And it's just like they don't see the grind behind it. That's why I try to be transparent and share as much as possible as I can so that people can understand there's a lot of work behind it.
Yes, exactly that. Yeah, like even today I was like, I posted a story and it was like, dude, I literally woke up, went to gym, came back, walked zoos, put cartoons on, got ready like really fast. I have an 8:30 brow class that's like 5 hours, you know, like if you really want it, like you're gonna fucking get it, you know, like. So I don't like excuses at this point.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, there's no fucking excuses no more. Like if you want it, like you literally have the world in your phone, right?
Like you have the students, my makeup students, like I literally would tell them like, you have a free marketing tool on Instagram, you know, you can fucking promote that shit. You can reach so many people, you know. And even in our business class, at the end of the 9 weeks, we do a business class, and I kind of teach them a little bit of like ways of promoting outside of Instagram, like make flyers, go to people's cars, put that shit in their cars. Like that's how I would promote myself, you know. But people don't want it. People are like just want shit fast, and like they don't want to work for it. And it makes me mad because it's like, dude, I fucking did so much to get to where I'm at, you know? Like, what do you mean?
They see all the flashy things, right? And that's what I want, right?
That's what I want, but I don't want to go through all of this. Like, well, honey, you're going to have to. I don't know what you're going to have to do.
I think I'm going to copy that.
Your yas is better.
I think I'm going to copy that in the mornings when I'm getting ready. Yas paid.
Oh my God, Chelo's going to be like, bitch, what the fuck?
Yeah, like Chelo, yeah.
He's getting a little too excited right now.
Oh shit, it's hot. Let me man up.
Nah. Anyways, you're fine. It's like deeper voice.
Anyways, Marianne. Okay, so you started with makeup and then you do... What got you into modeling, though? Like, is it something that you just always, like, strive for? You just like feeling good about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, how did I get into modeling? Honestly, I started modeling a long time, like, years ago. And... You know, obviously when like a photographer in San Diego hits you up and you're like in your barely 21, you know, hey, like, you know, let's shoot whatever. Like I was like, hell yeah, let's do it, you know, like, so I don't know. I guess that's how I started, but it wasn't really something that I was like wanting to really do, you know. It's really fun for me because I get to get creative. I get to like just do it for fun now, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I just do it here and there. But also I do it too to keep myself I guess high maintenance, like with my looks, the way I look and everything too. Because then if I have a shoot coming up, I'm like, okay, I have to fucking get, I don't know, that extra cardio or that extra, like everything, and then get ready for it. And I like that too, getting ready for a shoot.
I like that, right? Because at times when you don't have anything that you're striving for, you lose motivation, you let go of yourself. But that's why a lot of people, when they're going to get married, when they're going to take a vacation, that's when like, oh, you know what? I have this going on. And that's when they like start working out and things like that. But since you already have so many things going on, those are the things that kind of force you into like, oh shit, I need to get myself together for that.
And you know what? A lot of girls, a lot of girls look up to me, and eventually I want to show girls, like I want to show them how to do it, how to like prepare for it, like, because I know that people want to do that too, and they just don't know who to book or, what to do in that aspect, or what to wear or how to feel confident, like if I'm shooting with other girls, oh my God, I'm hyping them bitches up, like I am like, yes, girl, like, you look bomb, whatever, because you feel good, when someone else is telling you look good, you feel good too,
You know what? I saw that. I was fortunate enough to be there on one of the, when the girls get their certificate and all that, and your vibe is dope, man. Your vibe is super, super dope.
Thank you.
But yeah, I feel like that's why you have so many girl following, because they like your vibe, because like when I was seeing you work the stage, right, because it is a stage, right, you're working it, and I saw that, I'm like, damn, that's freaking dope. Your energy, your soul, it's you have a spark, right?
Thank you. I honestly, and you know what, I want people to see that, more girls to see that, because a lot of people judge me on Instagram. They just think that like they see my pictures, and that's why I think I post so much on my stories, like with videos, to interacting with people, because I'm nice, I don't got room to be mean. Like a lot of people are like bitchy, and I'll never be that, like I want women on my team, like I'm nice. I'm a nice person. So if I can give off the same energy to them too, they could also, also have that same energy too,
Right.
I don't know.
I from my perspective, I think you're doing an amazing job, right?
Thank you.
Because at least for like Chelo's gonna come up a lot, right? But that's how I met you, right?
We love Chelo.
But
Chelo, if you're listening,
you
better listen, bitch.
Yes, bitch.
You should just name this podcast "Yes, bitch."
There you go.
Yes.
Let me check this out.
No, at least just my episode.
Okay, there we go. The Yas Bitch episode.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? Because she spoke about you like in a very like highly manner, and she's like, "Oh, Marianne, this, right?" And I'm like, "Man, who is she?" Right? And then I saw your profile and I saw your vibe. I'm like, "That's dope." Yeah.
Yes,
so I think you're doing an amazing job. So whatever you're currently doing, just continue doing it.
Yes.
And I do agree on the stories, right? Because when I see the grind, I'm like, damn, that's what I like to see, because it takes a lot of work to get certain places.
Yes.
I was able to relate to that. And actually, these 3-4 days, usually I wake up at 4 a.m, do my cardio, and I haven't been able to because I've been falling asleep like at midnight.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yes.
But when I see people like you doing it, and you're like, hey, if you want it, you're going to do it one way or another. I'm like, you know what? Like, I need to fucking reframe myself again, and let's get this shit going.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I know I have, and that was my main goal this year too. Like, I want to get up early. Like, I just want, because I see other people doing it, like, and they have kids, and they have like bigger responsibilities than me too. So I'm like, let me fucking get this shit. And once I do it, once I have a goal and I achieve it, oh my God, I feel like I'm on top of the world. Like, to me, this whole, like these past couple months, I have felt so amazing about myself, like such a different, like higher energy, and like I love it. Like I'm continuing to grow as a person every day, and just doing that just proves to me too, because I don't got shit to prove to anybody but myself, so to me it's just like, oh hell yeah, Marianne, that's right, bitch.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you feel proud of yourself,
I
right?
do, I do.
Definitely. I know the feeling. And man, once again, I've said it before, but it's just like I feel this is the vibe I'm getting, right? But lately I've just been surrounded by so many talented people, so much like talent, just people hardworking, like aiming towards their goals and dreams that I freaking love it. So I know the feeling, because when you accomplish those little steps, like goals that are going to take you to the bigger stage picture, man, it's such an amazing feeling, right? And right now I'm enjoying the journey. Like I'm just enjoying it because I feel like I'm accomplishing a little steps that are going to take me there.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
I freaking love it. So I feel you 100%. Like, so keep on doing that. Keep posting, because definitely, even though maybe people are not actually reaching out to you, but for sure you're motivating people.
Yes. And you know what? I see it even when people go to the shop and they like meet me for the first time or whatever. And they're like, oh my God, like the first thing they say is like, oh my God, you're smaller than I thought. I'm like, yeah, it's the angles, girl.
That's what I get.
It's the angles. But it's like, you're nice. You're so nice. I'm like, yes, you know, like I am nice. Like, what am I supposed to be? You know, what else am I supposed to be? So yeah, that's why I really do hype it up on Instagram too, and also to motivate girls, you know, because I know that, look, shit gets hard, you know, and even me sometimes I'm like through my low days and then I have to pick myself up, but some people don't know how to pick themselves up too. So it's just a way of me kind of motivating people in a way.
Sorry, water break.
Water break, I know. Thank you, Cello. We've been talking about you, girl.
So has there been, like, for instance, like I was saying, a lot of people see the glamour aspect of it, right? But so has there been a low point in your life?
100%.
Really?
Last year was so stressful. It was, and it's crazy because like I'll confide in people about it and they're like, what? Like, you had a low point last year, you know, because I make it look like I never had a low, because and also that too, I'm trying to be more open on Instagram about like real life shit that happens in my life too, you know, like not only the happy stuff, like also like I'm going through this too, you know, but I also don't, because then that's like negative energy that I don't want people to like see, you know. But yes, 100%, I went through a very, oh my God, emotionally bad low life last year.
Really?
Yeah, low point. And you know, but that's also why this year was just like, at the end of last year was like such an eye-opening experience for me. I went to Hawaii, first of all, for my birthday in November. So that to me was like my eye-opening experience. I did shrooms before and I just, you know, started my shroom journey too. And I think that also helped me too. But then slowly at the end of last year too, I just started just really connecting with myself and really wanting to want more for myself. And just, I want to let go of negative people, negative energy, nothing, things that just do not benefit me, things that just don't make me grow and everything. So now it's been amazing, but that's what I needed to. I think last year I needed to go through everything that I went through last year to really understand myself and everything that was happening.
So we don't have to go into detail, right? But what was that low point like? Was it because of work, because of friendship, relationship?
It was a lot of things. It was relationships. It was work. It was friends. It was really everything. Family. It was a lot of things, you know, that like you don't think. I guess I'm so busy that I don't really. I guess I don't really think of it like a negative thing. I just think it's part of life, because really it is part of life, you know. But I feel like there was a point where everything was just happening at the same time. So that's when I was like, oh my God, like I was constantly, I couldn't even cry, even though I wanted to literally cry. I was literally a robot. Like I was just like waking up and like just like going about my day, but like I was not happy. Like I was so like monotone. Like I was just like, you know, yeah. And now I'm like, oh, life is beautiful.
Yeah. So you said you did shrooms, and the first time you did shrooms was in Hawaii?
No, actually, I wanted to do shrooms in Hawaii so bad. We weren't able to get them, but
okay.
But No, I started my shroom journey like prior to going to Hawaii, and then Hawaii was like just like the another eye-opening experience because it's nature, the people there, like the way they drive. I'm over here with anxiety driving over here in San Diego. Like over there is like just slow, like it's just like beautiful. It's honestly like the people like are passionate about their people, you know, and they're just like, it's just everything was beautiful. And I went with my sister, so that was also such a beautiful moment for us too, because that was our first trip together. And my little sister, she made me an older sister, you know. And so I have I'm trying not to get emotional, but I have a very different relationship with my sisters. Like, I'm the mom, you know, I'm the second mom. I helped my mom a lot throughout the years. And so lately, she's 20 now. And so lately we've been having more of a sister bond, you know? So that was also something that I was like so happy about and so like relieved about, because it's like different relationship. I'm not your mom anymore, you know? I'm your sister, you know? And also oh my gosh, she's like, she's amazing. She is like mature, way more mature than how I was her age, you know? So yeah.
That's amazing to hear that finally you can feel like you can enjoy the sisterhood bond.
Yeah.
You know? I'm sure there was a lot of struggles there.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, at one point we did not like each other. And we have another little sister too, Zoe, which, you know, she's 17. She's still in her bad years. I'm like, oh, little Zozo. But yeah, now I get to have that like different relationship with them, you know.
Okay, so when it comes,
so the shrooms really helped with everything.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah. So like, I eventually want to do shrooms, right? And for people like that, probably watching it, like, what the hell? I hate when there's the misconception with all of these things, like from like plant medicine and things like shrooms, right? But I want to learn. So what was like your like, how did you get convinced, or when was it when you decided to like do shrooms, or what was the like, you know what, like I learned enough, or I did enough like studying, like I'm gonna try microdosing?
Honestly, I hadn't done any studying. I just like would hear people talk about it. Okay. And so there was this person that I was talking to, and when he was in the military, and he had like a lot of PTSD, and so he started doing shrooms, and he said that it was like, it saved him, like it saved his life, because he was so bad, like in such a like dark place in his life. And so I was like, what? And I was just hearing more people talking about shrooms and shrooms and shrooms. And I'm someone that I'm scared to try things, because like I like my life, you know, like I don't want to risk it, you know, like cocaine, like hell no. Like, bitch, I used to smoke weed all the time, you know, but I mean, that weed is weed, you know. But even alcohol too. Even alcohol is a little, you know, bad. And me growing up too, I was developing epilepsy when I was little. I would get seizures like when I was, for many years. So anything that would trigger it, I was always scared of it. Like, I don't want to even risk it, you know? So trying drugs for me, it has always been like I don't want to do it, because I don't like what it takes that one time. I hear so many stories, you know, and I'm like, why? Like, I love my life. Why am I gonna do that, you know? But shrooms being more on the earthy, like more plant and more a little bit better than anything else, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I didn't plan on doing it the first time, but it just like, it was there, and I got the chance to try it.
And
it was an opportunity.
And how was that first experience?
It was beautiful. Actually, no, yeah. The first time it was very, very nice. It was beautiful. I was like, I don't know.
So what happens, right?
I didn't do the full shroom though. Like, I only microdose. So that's another thing. Like, I didn't do the whole thing, guys.
I think that's what's recommended, right? Microdosing, actually.
Yeah, but I didn't. Like, so I did it with chocolate. So I don't know if there's a different. I mean, you still feel it, honestly. Right. But it's just like, honestly, to me, I just felt like I was not thinking about anything else. Like, I was just having a very deep conversation with my sister, and just everything was just amazing, you know, like even we were watching a movie and even like just like getting deep in the movie, like the movie doesn't have any meaning and we just made it have a meaning, you know. So like little things like that, it was just beautiful. But the second time I did it, I was tripping out. So I guess it depends on who you're with too. Definitely has to do with that.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Because you have to have respect for these things. You can't just like do it recreationally.
Yeah, exactly. You know? And that's what they tell you. They tell you not even to do it too often either. So yeah.
Definitely. I know earlier before we started the podcast, we were kind of briefly talking about ayahuasca, but right? But I've done ayahuasca 3 ceremonies. In my first ceremony, I always like to tell people that never in my life have I felt so much love in my life. I felt so much love that I just started crying because of so much love that I was receiving.
That's so good.
Yeah, so that's why like I like to tell my friends, but only specific people that I know will benefit them, right? But yeah, it's just like I can understand the feeling that after you do it, I'm pretty sure you probably recommend like microdosing to other people, right? I do,
especially if people have like just stress or like PTSD, like anything like that. I mean, I don't have any PTSD, but like I definitely have a lot of childhood trauma, I would say, and or just like honestly, not even trauma. Like I don't like to call it like that because like I just feel like if my mom were to hear me, she'd be like, "Bitch, what the fuck? What trauma?" You know, because she's just such a Hispanic mom. But it is a lot of trauma, you know. Like now that I like think about it, I did go through a lot of stuff, and so it kind of just like eases things. But it also depending on who you're talking to, the conversation and everything, and you do get very emotional, you know. And so for me, I mean, I'm already someone that just is very emotional, but like to actually let things out, you know. Like one of the times also that I did shrooms, I was laughing so much, like uncontrollably, and I feel like I hadn't laughed like that in so long, and it felt so good, you know, like because it was with people that I trusted, you know, and it was with people that like I didn't care how the fuck I looked, you know, so it was good too. But ayahuasca, that's something that I definitely want to try. My mom did it, and she loved it, and Chelo was also talking to me about it, and even Chelo and I were having a very long conversation about that. So she was actually the one that I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it for sure. I just haven't gotten to do it.
I'm thinking of doing my 4th ceremony actually, probably in April. But yeah, actually, like one of my close friends did ayahuasca because of me. Like it took him 2 years to even consider it, but I guess he was at one point like the lowest point of his life, that the only thing that came to his mind was like ayahuasca. Like, and after he did it, like he healed a lot of things with his mom, and just like healed a lot of things that he had like internally. So that was one. Chelo, even Chelo's mom, my suegra, she did ayahuasca, and it's been nothing but.
Calling you a suegra now?
Yeah.
Chelo.
I had my suegra on the podcast.
Oh my god, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and that's something that I told her too. You know, like I feel so fortunate, right? Because at times, like maybe old, like Mexican parents can be like, "What the hell?" Like, ¿qué son estas tontadas que están haciendo? What the hell are you
I'm
guys doing?
surprised that my mom was so open to it, because my mom growing up, she would be like, what is depression? What is anxiety? What is that? Like, you don't have that. To me too, she would be like, ay, Marianne, like you have everything, you know, how can you be depressed? How can you? And then I would be like, okay, yes, I guess I have everything, you know, and then I would brush it off, you know. And then it's like, no, like I'm fucking depressed. Like, who gives a shit, you know? Like, so I'm surprised that she even was open to doing stuff like that, and I wanted her to do it so bad because she had a very rough childhood, and she's the oldest too. Wow. She took care of a lot of stuff, you know? So I wanted her to try it. I want to try it with her as well. I feel like my mom and I need that, like, bond, because we have the bond. I love my mom to death, but we don't have that bond because she raised me very strict, and we have a strict relationship, I guess. I don't know. She showed me love by being strict.
And your mom did 2 ceremonies?
She did 2 ceremonies. The first one, she didn't feel anything.
Okay.
She didn't fully accept anything.
And that was with the shaman that from here?
No. She went to Rosarito.
Oh, okay.
Or Tecate. I don't
Okay.
know where.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Was there, you don't have to share nothing too personal, but was there something that kind of like motivated you even more to wanting to do ayahuasca? There's something that she told you?
No, because I haven't honestly. So her second ceremony was very recent, so I haven't actually even like gotten down to talking to her about it. I know that she did mention, a conversation with my grandpa, which was very beautiful because, I know that was something that did hurt her, his passing, but we haven't really talked much about it, which I'm sure that she would want to share anything that she felt. So not really, but when Chelo talked to me about it, that's when I was like, oh my God, I have to do it. Because she was just like, she went in detail about everything. Yeah.
Try to, what's something that Chelo mentioned that it was like, maybe not the deepest thing, but
okay, well, I don't know,
because I don't know what she told you, but
she told me a lot.
Yeah. Oh, okay. She probably went all in.
She told me everything. Yeah.
Really?
So to me, what I would want, so I've had a lot of people in my life pass away, and people that I'm close to, and that's why I do Reiki, because in a way I'm able to kind of connect with them through that as well. And also, just to put it out there, I am very sensitive to the other side and to other things. So growing up, I used to see a lot of people, or they would come in and I would get sleep paralysis. They would come in, they would tap on my window. Like they would literally, like I went through a lot of stuff growing up, and my mom also too. So I don't know if it's just like something that, we're gifted or what, but I've talked to my grandpa a lot of times, but through dreams, or through sleep paralysis too. Like when I see myself as in a third perspective.
Oh, way.
Yeah.
Which
is trippy as hell.
You know what? Actually, Chelo mentioned that, and I'm glad you bring it up because I was very, very curious that I think you mentioned something in your story, right? That you were saying, the drawers open and close or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Constantly in my mom's house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, okay, how about this? Because when she said that, like, oh, yeah, she mentioned this and that I guess all this has been following you through your whole life?
Since I was little.
Really?
Ever since my uncle passed away, which was my first experience with sleep paralysis, which was so crazy. That night was so scary, especially being at my grandparents' house, because already there's a lot of energy there, and there's spirits that weren't welcomed too. So I don't even know if it was my uncle, it could have been someone else, which I believe that when people pass so suddenly, my uncle passed in a car accident, so racing. So it was very sudden. And I believe when people die very, very suddenly, they don't know that they passed. So they're roaming around, and so it was the night of his, the cemetery, the burial. And so when I was feeling this, I thought it was him, but who knows? It could have been someone else taking over and pretending to be them, because it was a very dark energy that I felt, and I couldn't move, and I couldn't, and I was hearing like things. It was so crazy, but that was when I was 10, and ever since then, like I'll just like see things, hear things, but now I know how to get out of my sleep paralysis. I know how to sage my house. I know how to do a cleansing. I know how to protect myself. Before I didn't. I would just allow them to be there.
So all of that happened because after your uncle passed?
Ever since then, I was just getting sleep paralysis with everything. But also my mom collects a lot of antique stuff too. So all of that carries old energy.
Yes.
Everyone's energy, People like... Well, my mom has a vanity with a mirror, an old mirror. Who knows how many ladies looked at themselves in that mirror.
Yeah, that's what they say. The mirrors are like portals.
They're portals for sure. Yeah. So I'm very sensitive to all of that, and I don't mind it now. But So that's why even like doing Reiki and stuff, actually my Reiki healer would tell me like, you have to stop like inviting these people. But to me, it's so fucking fun. Like I actually like it. I love watching scary movies. I love going to the cemetery to like fuck around.
What the hell? Well, no wonder.
The Whaley House.
No wonder all of this is happening.
I know.
Wait,
I haven't done it in a long time.
Wait, hold on. So you would go to the cemetery?
Well, okay, so we would go, like, we did a couple times, like, we would go to the cemetery, and then we would just, but not like cemetery, like the Whaley House in Old Town, you know, where they do a little trip, like the little tour or whatever. But, you know, I would take out my little spirit box, do a little session. Do a little session with them here and there. But I know how to like
session with them. Con los fantasmas.
Do a little makeup session. Like, let me glam you up, bitch. No, but I know how, like, I would protect myself, obviously. But I have talked to my grandpa also.
Through your dreams?
Through dreams and through a spirit box, too.
Oh, okay. What's a spirit box?
A spirit box is like, it's literally this device, and you literally talk to it through their energy. Like so they'll say words, like they'll just say whatever words it is, and it's like it's very loud, so they're communicating through that electricity, that energy.
What the hell?
It's a trip, and honestly, I don't know if I would want to keep doing it, because like I think that's also why I carry so much anxiety with me too, just because I already absorb all that energy too. So yeah.
It's insane, right?
But I do want to do ayahuasca. I want to see someone. I want to see like either my grandpa, my recent grandpa that passed was very sudden. I didn't even say bye to him, you know? So that's the person that I want to see.
Well, I'll tell you something though, like, because there's been a lot of times that I've wanted like to receive certain messages, but then I just learned that, you know what, you had to be open.
Yes, that's what I heard too. Like you can't go in like wanting something, like just like be open to whatever it is that comes out.
Yeah, exactly. You just have to be open, because the medicine is going to give you what you need, and not what you're requesting, right?
Exactly.
Because I've gone, and in the first ceremony I received so many messages. The other two, they have been super physical, like just a lot of purging, like actually throwing up.
Oh yes, I hear
lot,
that too.
a lot. And so I have a lot of respect to it, because I faced the tough side of the ayahuasca of purging. But at the end of the day, maybe I had like bad energy or bad things inside of my body that I just like disposed of, right? Yeah. Now with Chelo, she received so many freaking messages. That her experiences have been nothing but beautiful, receiving all these kinds of messages. But for instance, like I wanted to go like to, well, I didn't want to, right? But at one point I was like, you know, after my dad passed, I was kind of hoping for him to like come across, but he didn't. But he actually came across through Chelo. Wow. Yeah, and he had a conversation with her and all that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's
beautiful.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Wow.
So, man, I there was something in specific that I want to say that I lost my train of thought right now when we were talking. You were saying something about. Man, I lost my train of thought.
I know, we're just jumping from subject to subject.
Man, so I think you were talking about. Man, I could have sworn.
We were talking about everything. What were we talking about, Jose?
Yeah, I think okay. So the spirit box, right, and that energy.
Box, yeah, spirits.
I'm sure it'll come back, right? So what's been like something like the scariest moment for you that you've experienced through, like, I guess, seeing ghosts or experiencing this?
Honestly, I don't know. There's been there was. Okay, so we were living in this apartment in La Mesa for the longest. Well, we constantly would move apartments, but we just stayed all in that same complex. And they would fuck with me so much for like a good month. I was scared to go to sleep. Like, I was so scared to go to sleep because I don't know who it was. There was a very dark energy in my room, and I was sharing my room with my little sister, and she would never hear anything. She wouldn't experience anything. So one of those times, like, I had sleep paralysis, but I was seeing myself, and which is weird because I saw myself in my dad's house in El Paso, and I was getting dragged underneath the bed. Like I was getting dragged from the outside of the bed to underneath the bed, and I was feeling all of this. Like it's like as if it was happening because I was I was seeing everything, but I was also feeling it. And that was probably one of like the scary ones, because when I got out, when I was able to get out of it, I started hearing like knocking noises in my mirror. And I literally, I fucking flipped out, and I just like ran to my mom's room, and she came in with the holy water, like, and I'm like, dude, like it was just, it was intense, like, and I don't know, like I to this day I know it was a man, but I don't know who it was. It was very, very intense. Like it literally drained me. Like I was, and I don't know if like looking at back then, like I go back and I'm like, I was so skinny. I was so like I literally had bags because I could not sleep because of this. Like I would not sleep. I was so scared to go to sleep. And I don't know. And this lady actually came in to do a cleansing on us, and she couldn't even finish the cleanse.
Really? Mm-hmm. Because of all that bad energy?
Because she felt sick. Wow. Yeah. So, and then when we moved, I just feel like they've always been around us, but also, my mom's stuff. And ever since I moved out, I have felt very, very, very good. But it also depends. I think also too, my mom's energy is very, very strong too. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Do you still experience things at your current place?
I did experience something once, and I saw Zeus looking in the bathroom, like just staring in the bathroom, and I was like, wow. Oh fuck no. And every time I would like call him, I'm like, Zeus, and he would like look over at me and then like look back. And I'm like, oh my God, like what the hell?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn,
so,
that's crazy.
but honestly, ever since that, I did a cleansing. Like I did a cleansing on my house
with sage.
I saged everything, open up all the windows. Yeah. I just, I tell him like, you're, whoever, like my good people, like I want only the people that I want in here. I don't want anybody else here. But also my apartments used to be a retirement home. Old retirement home, and they demolished everything, and then they built it again. So I don't know if it has to do with that, or if it's just someone else, or if it's someone that is with me, because I've had a lot of people pass in my life that I was so close to, that I pray to, that I talk to constantly. So I don't know, it could be someone there, could be someone random, but as long as they're not fucking with me, they're not messing with me or anything, like I'm fine.
But when all these events happen, you never actually see the person? Like no, you never see them.
I feel energy. I feel like my chest gets so heavy. I'll feel like I've had like feelings like of people touching me, or like touching like my shoulder or something. But honestly, it's been so many years that I don't even it doesn't faze me anymore. It probably should, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. Yeah. So
damn.
I know it's a little scary. But my mom, she also went through some stuff too. Wow. Like when she was little, she would also see things. She would. The only time that I did see someone was a little girl, which also my grandparents had seen in the house as well. So I don't know who it was, who that little girl was.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's crazy. The reason why I ask, right? Because one of the very, very first podcasts before I even had this little studio, right? Mm-hmm. We did a podcast with somebody that's able to see ghosts, right?
Oh my God.
But she's able to actually see them and talk to them.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
see, I'm sure because my Reiki healer told me, she's also a medium, my Reiki healer. So she told me that I was also a medium, and I was able to do that, and I had just had to open myself up to it, but I'm not ready to open myself up to it. Yeah. Like, I don't know what I'm going to see. I don't know who I'm going to see. I don't know who I'm going to talk to. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm a little skeptical about that, because like already the shit that I've already been through, I'm like, it's a lot. I don't know if I want to, do all that, but I don't know. I'm too busy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, unless you're going to pay my bills, bitch, you better fucking.
Hey, you can do that.
I can talk to you, but you better fucking pay some rent money. Oh,
damn, that's crazy. So you've gone through a little bit of everything, huh? Mm-hmm. From ghosts to freaking sleeping in your car, everything. From the struggles, and now to just like being on the grind, working out, just trying to pursue that goals and dreams. Yes. So what's the ultimate goal for you?
I don't know. I have so many. I have so many. I did buy land in Mexico last year, or no, 2 years ago. No, last year I bought land. So hopefully by the end of this year, I can start building. That's one goal. I want to have, my own place. I'm going to move up to bigger things, and I'm going to, have my own place, my own basically academy. That's like the goal too, because I'm so focused on my classes right now, and I want to keep teaching people, and that's another goal. I want my sisters also like that. I just have different goals, I want my sisters to be good too, so a little bit of everything, but mainly it's like that academy. And then also my land, my house. And then also buy next year, because what are these rent prices? God damn.
Yeah, it's going up.
Oh my God. I'm like, Jose, come on. Do something with it. Didn't you do real estate? Didn't you do real estate or something?
Where in Mexico did you buy land at?
Ensenada, where I used to live.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So I have there, and then I have in Chihuahua as well. So hopefully soon. Chihuahua, I'm not worried about it because my dad is taking care of all the paperwork. It's a lot of over there in Chihuahua. But Ensenada, that's the one that I'm like super focused on, because eventually, I want to rent it out. I want to actually make something, because everybody's getting married down there now. So
I'll rent it out.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So eventually I want to have something like kind of like not like a venue, but like a getting ready place for brides.
Oh, that's dope.
Still living there too. Not living there, but like vacationing there.
Yeah.
But also renting it out, getting some extra income.
That's dope.
Because bitch, I need it.
Yeah, especially here in San Diego, everything's so freaking expensive, right? And just like with inflation, everything keeps on going up and up. And if you're not grinding, like for instance, when I was talking to one of my friends, and when you see a car pulling up, right, you never think of like, oh, that person went to school. Nah, you think of this person's like a business owner. Yeah. They're out there in the grind. They have something going on for themselves aside from school. Like earlier, you were saying that, oh, school's not for me. I'm with you, Yeah. It might be for certain people, right? Because 100%. If they want to go to like be a lawyer or
medicine or all of that. And that's what I told my sisters too. I'm like, if you want to have like an actual career where you need your degree, of 100% go for it, but do it with a passion. Like that's what my dad always told me growing up. Like you want to wake up. And that's what I admire about my dad. He has a customs business in El Paso, like an aduana. So he imports, exports like from Mexico to Canada, even China, all of that. And he enjoys it. And I see him like get up early, and he like wants to go to work, and he takes his dog, and he loves working. And that's what he told me growing up. Like you want to do something that you'll wake up and you'll want to go to work, like you don't even feel like you're working. And that's what I feel like now. And it's so rewarding, because it's like, oh my God, I didn't even know that I could pay my bills, with something that I love doing, like. And that's and you know what? Everybody, with inflation being so up, so high or whatever, everyone's moving. I'm like, hell no. Like I better fucking make it work here, because I'm not moving to Texas. What the fuck? I'm not moving to fucking Arizona or Texas.
you just said everything that I was like thinking about at first, right? And I have the exact same feeling, right? Like I was even thinking of selling here, going to Texas, right? And then I'm like, no, but fuck that. You know what? If I can make it here in San Diego, I can make it anywhere. You know what I mean? And yeah, definitely. And everything you just said about like, you know what, like making a living of everything that you love doing, that's my goal and dream.
Yes.
I know once I make it there, because like deep down inside of me, I know I'm going to make it. But once I make it, I know that there's going to be bigger and greater goals. Yes. But for now, I'm striving for that.
Yes, so, 100%. And you know what? When you love to do something, like money's going to come eventually, Like that's what I told my students too. Like, don't do this because, and I see this in the beauty community all the time, like people just do things because they see that it's popping and they see people making money, but it's like you're not even enjoying it. People don't even have customer service anymore. Like, girl, like you don't do it because of the money. I mean, yes, but like enjoy it. The money will come, you know, like do whatever it is that you love. And that's why I think I'm where I'm at, because I fucking love this shit, you know, and I'm gonna make whatever it is. I'll fucking sell you whatever. And I'll still, you know, like I'll tell you that Fiji empty water bottle.
But I bought it.
And I'll sell it. I'll resell it, okay? Yeah. So, you know, I don't know. Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's a sick ass mentality. Like, and once again, it's just like being surrounded by this motivated people. It's dope. And I've never really experienced it as much as now. So I'm enjoying it. I'm taking it all in, and I'm just feeding off from that energy.
Yes. Yeah, no, honestly, there's... Huh? Oh my God!
Sorry, Jose's being a maniac. After he swallowed.
Oh my God! My virgin ear is sad.
Shit, but
yeah, I know. Honestly, there's so many talented people here in San Diego, and you just have to surround yourself with those people and the people that really want it, though, and the people that want it for you too. Just kind of like how we were going back on the other subject, the people that want it for you as well, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have to surround yourself with them.
Yeah, definitely. And I agree with you. And it's just like we've actually had this conversation that there's so many talented people here in San Diego, but the thing is that a lot of people, they just stay in their own lane, right? And I feel like just within like this 2-3 months that I've been doing podcasts, I feel like we've been like, and Jose, it's a huge part of this, right? That we've been like linking up with so many different people, like collaborating. We're just like, well, at least for me and for him, we want to like just bring San Diego in, because like a lot of people like in Arizona, they're always linking up and doing their thing, collabing. LA, right? They're doing their thing. And I don't see that happening here in San Diego.
It's because people don't want to see other people succeed in San Diego.
Yeah, I really feel like that's the freaking vibe.
And if they do, they just, they move up to LA.
Yeah, exactly. They
all move up to LA, which is fine. You know, I was gonna be moving up to LA when I started my makeup career, because I was going to all these parties with influencers, and I was like, oh my God, this is the fucking life, you know. And then I came to realize, I mean, a lot of these people are fucking fake.
Yep.
God damn, I had to get out of this LA vibe, honestly. Like, I was like, hell no, like, let me go back to San Diego. Like, you know, as much as I love LA, there's so many opportunities there. I will never but that's the thing too, like San Diego has so many talented people, but they're just all haters. Like, people don't want to see each other grow. Like, they don't. And even me, I've seen it with friends that I'm like, bitch, what? Like, why do I feel this weird energy with you, you know?
But you know what? I think it is, since that crossover has never happened of like, oh shit, they're working with one another. Since it hasn't happened yet. It's similar to like los corridos tumbados or things like that, right? That people like are now finally like collaborating with different grupos and things like that. Since now they see that, now everybody wants to collab with one another, right? But before it was reggaeton artists doing that and things like that. But now here in San Diego, I feel like that's the vibe. Since everybody's like, no, I'm going to come up and I'm going to go to LA, have my influencer things over there, and I'm going to keep it to myself, right? Or vice versa, right? Go freaking Arizona, wherever the case is. But now here in San Diego, everybody would go elsewhere. But now, why fucking go anywhere else when you have like so many talented people here that you can be networking with, right? And I feel like now, like even just by having this platform of podcasting, I feel like it's like I'm providing.
Slowly.
It's happening.
Yeah, you're able to give that platform to other people too. You know, that's so cool that you're doing that, because honestly, like, I just feel like exactly what you said. People just like focus on themselves and they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna do my own thing. And I try to, even with my students, like, I'm like, send me your Instagram, you know, like, I'll tag you right now, you know. Really, anybody can send me anything and I'll fucking tag them, you know, because I want everyone to grow around me, dope. You know. Like, I'm not someone that's like,
when I did an animation, the person that helped me was her.
Oh really? That's fucking dope.
Animation that I made for Benny.
oh yes, that's right. Yeah. And then Yoatzi too. Yeah, well, Yoatzi, like, because I did her makeup and I was like, hey girl, like, you know, this guy wants to do your stuff. Yeah, so, you know, like, dude, because you know what, like, you, and that's the thing, like, I have talented people in my team, like, and I want everybody to grow in my team, you know. So like, if I can help you with this, fuck yeah. What you know, what benefits me if I don't just if I just hold on to it?
So remind me of this, right? Of the value I'm providing. Remind me of this, but just so for the people that didn't hear, right? Eventually, I want to have like podcasts with Jose, right? Because he's my boy, and I feel like we vibe, and eventually just want to have a fun podcast. We're still trying to figure it out. Romance. I told him what hat I was gonna wear, and he wore it.
Oh my god! I just noticed that. What the hell? How did I not notice that?
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
But fuck, I lost my train of thought again. Okay, the value of podcast. What Jose was saying that Marianne. Am I saying your name right, Marianne?
Yeah, Marianne.
Okay, Marianne. I'm super Mexican, so I'm just Marianne. Right?
Yeah. Ever since I came to the States, everyone's like Marianne. I'm like, yeah, I guess, girl.
So I like it. For the people that didn't hear, actually, Jose was saying that Marianne actually sent the what was it? The graphic?
Yeah,
graphic to Benny. And Yoatzi.
And Yoatzi, yeah. Well, Yoatzi was another collab, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, but Benny was first.
But you know what? Jose did the same thing for me.
That's lit.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
When I went to go to the Aguilar's event, he called out Nestor, and that's how I got to meet Nestor and the rest of the family, right? And yeah, exactly. And when I did a portrait of Louis, yeah, people were tagging him, but I never knew that Jose had sent them. And later on, I found out that Jose sent my painting to Louis. Then I got to send my painting to Louis, and he like posted it all over his IG.
Louis? Oh my god!
Yeah. Nice. So now, if
he was from San Diego, like I have the same mindset. I'm like, I want San Diego to like.
Yes. That's the thing. Because you know what, LA people. Not everyone, but like it's just like it's a little fake.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like exactly. So that's why it's like San Diego people like they just need to help each other out. You know, like
I was thinking about this the other day, and I was kind of like thinking like, well, do I really want to put San Diego? Because think about this, right? The moment that San Diego does get that spotlight, now you're gonna have other people coming in and tainting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like even from where like my family's from, it's like as much as I want to represent where I'm from, it's such a good energy pueblito that I'm like, I don't ever want to get to the point where now people are trying destroying it and not valuing it.
Right.
You know, so it's like
I know that is true, but
yeah. So I feel like definitely I didn't know that you guys were like connected with you kind of helping Jose out, and it's kind of like a full circle, right?
Yeah, it is a full circle. I mean, because even how I met Jose was through that video, that intro. And that's really how it started. We did that intro, and then I sent that intro to Yoatzi, and I was like, girl, like, this is what he can do for you.
Yeah, that's dope.
Okay.
So now, like, and now let me put you into perspective about podcasts. When it came down to, when I was first initiating this podcasting, I didn't really see the value until when Jose came, I got it, right? Because I'm like, fuck, I don't have, like, I literally had no subscribers or anything like that, and I'm just currently still building it up. But I was like, fuck, well, nobody's going to watch it. Why is he going to want to come into my platform, whatever? But then I realized that somebody like him, even though he's collabing with me, he could still get clips that he can utilize for his own platform and make him take off, right?
Exactly.
Now, people after I have one person, then I unlock another character, right? Like after I did Daniel Luna. Now Daniel Luna, I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but his whole journey, he went with Pepe's Office. He was in Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento. He was one of the finalists. He recorded a song for Gerardo Ortiz.
Oh wow!
So he's all over the place, and he has a bunch of following, right? Wow. And he came here like in my, I think like 11th episode. I don't remember the exact episode, but he came with me. I had a blast with him.
Wow.
But now going to his IG, and this is when it all clicked, going to his IG, all his latest posts, it was like maybe a few thousand or whatever. But after he did that collab with me and I clipped up a reel for him, that's been his highest viewed so far from like a few years back. It's like at 17K. TikTok like almost 40K. So I'm providing that. I'm bringing, in a sense, quote unquote, like I'm not doing much for him in a sense, right? But at the same time, I'm giving him that content that can bring him back up.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So now I understand the value, right? So that's why I'm not scared now to reach out to, hey, sorry.
Oh, I thought somebody was like, I'm like, you didn't see shit outside.
Pinche fantasma.
I'm like, damn, they just say they're over here.
Yeah, so now I'm not even like, I've never been shy to like ask people for something or put myself in uncomfortable situations. Why? Because since I was a little kid, right, I remember like I always wanted to have girls, right? I always wanted to have like oh man, like I want to have a girlfriend. I want to have girls. Like that was my thing. But I was always so scared to talk to them. But I'm like, no, you gotta shake it off. So I would give myself that energy just to freaking, you know what? If I get rejected, so well, right? And now I apply it to modern times. That, you know what? So what if I get rejected?
You know what? I live by that. Like, I'm just going to do it because then I don't, you know, what's the worst that can happen? I get a no, or I get a no response, or I get whatever it is, but I tried, you know, because then I don't want to go about my day and regret not doing it. Like, that's the one thing that I don't want. I don't want to regret not doing things, you know, because of fear, because fear is a big thing in people, and a lot of people fear a lot of things, and that's why they don't go about their dreams. They don't go for their dreams, you know. So yeah, 100%. And you know what, even though like going back to what you were saying, like, okay, you know, what else can I provide and stuff, a good conversation. I'd rather have a good conversation with someone with very little, you know, subscribers or very little followers than a bad conversation with someone that has like 100,000 followers, you know. Like, I don't give a fuck about the following. Like, if I'm gonna grow from this and learn and like vibe and everything out, I'd rather take that over anything else.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that.
Of course. That's a compliment. Take the compliment.
Okay, so we're gonna call it.
No, but for real, you know, like, I just feel like a lot of people nowadays, they're just like, oh, clout, you know, and it's like, for what? What is that gonna take me? Like, where is that gonna take me to, you know?
Yeah. And
a couple years ago when I was partying up in LA and everything, I was all about like, oh my God, like, I'm with all these influencers, and it's like, dude, they don't provide shit. Like, they're fake as fuck, you know? And so I'd rather be with people that I enjoy their energy, that I can also grow with, you know, slowly, but like still, and I can learn from them, you know, and I can, like, you know, it's all good vibes here, you know, that you can say my name and other opportunities, you know, and I can also mention your name, you know. Yeah,
that's dope. Oh yeah. And I think I don't know if it's like just your vibe comes across through the screen a lot. Have you ever received that by any chance? That you have a good vibe.
Yeah, I do. And you know what? I'm very tough on myself. I sometimes I feel like I don't, not that I don't see it. I very much see that I'm a good person, you know, because I came from good parents and I came from good, you know, people around me. But a lot of people do tell me that, and I get a little shy. I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, I do get some people telling me that.
Yeah, it's
a lot of people.
Yeah, you do.
But I like it. I like it because then it just makes me feel good, like I'm doing something right, you know.
Yeah. And you want to continue spreading that same positivity. That's dope.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. All good vibes over here. You'll never get any unless you fuck with me. Unless you get that side of me. No, just kidding. No, I will never. Always good vibes from me.
Yeah. And right now, earlier you mentioned that you were moving locations from your current spot. I don't know if you even want to talk about that. If not,
they'll know soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
don't want to say anything because you know what? I don't like saying much until it's done because even though like people mean well, I just rather have it done, and then like once I'm there and everything, like then I'll share it, you know, because people bring in some bad energy and they just throw fucking bad juju in there, you know. And
you know what? I've applied that on my life, and you know what? I don't know if it's just by coincidence, but before I used to say that, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then like it doesn't happen, right? And now it's just like I post or talk about it when it's actually happening.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Yep, exactly.
And maybe it's all energy.
And you know what? It sucks because it's like you're excited about things, so you do want to share them, but people just don't have that, you know, that they don't want that for you too. So you just rather protect your stuff until it's for sure set and done, and then you can share it. You know,
definitely.
So yeah, I'll share it with you next podcast probably.
Let's do it. We'll
hopefully by the next podcast it'll happen.
That's dope. Yeah.
Yes.
We're pretty much
over time.
We're pretty much almost at an hour. Is there something in specific that you would want to like mention? Something that we haven't talked about, and just in general, maybe a specific message to anybody that's believed in you, worked with you, been a student of yours, anything, or your family, anything you want to.
I am so thankful for everyone that has made my life happen. My job, what I do, my students, like the people in my life, but especially my students too, because, without them, without them believing in me. And I always say it at the end of every class, like, I'm so thankful that I have this opportunity to teach people, but for them to trust me. So thank you for trusting me, and for my clients and for really everyone that just gets me, and that vibes with me and that fucks with me, So thank you. Yeah. I appreciate you. Really, that's that.
Yeah. Is it scary being an entrepreneur by any chance?
I think before I used to really fear failure of succeeding. So yeah, before, but now I'm like, whatever. If I fail, I'll do it again. So not really. I just I know I'm going to make it. I know I'm going to fucking do shit.
Yeah, because I like literally like I just started like following you like your journey, right? Just so I can kind of get a vibe. Before I used to like overthink things and like, oh, I need to ask this, I need to like no, but after like I've been learning tricks and tips here and there just by doing podcasts. That's another thing too. Like at times you don't want to overthink things. You just want to put yourself in those uncomfortable situations and just take it from there, and you're gonna learn from your mistakes, right? So anyways, what I go about, or how I go about like doing these podcasts, right? I don't write these questions, but I kind of, maybe if they have a YouTube channel or music, I look into that, and then you
tap in a little bit to see what they're about.
Yeah, exactly. And I noticed that you're like, now you're teaching people like how to do their own makeup. You're teaching people how to do their own makeup for other people, you know? So it's just like, I feel like you have this, you have endless of opportunities on how to generate money for yourself.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing too, because with all my clients too, like they're always like, oh my God, I wish I could do this on myself, and so many people will ask me, like, I mean, my 9-week makeup courses with my students, like they've been, I've been teaching for 3 years now. So, those will always be a thing, but lately I've been having so many people ask me like, well, can you teach me like how to do makeup? And I'm like, girl, yes, like, let's get a little class together, and that's revenue. But really, I just like, if I could give this shit for free to everyone, I would fucking do it, but I gotta eat.
Yeah,
I gotta pay my rent. So I'm sorry, but you're gonna fucking pay.
Yeah.
And it's knowledge, it's like what I've learned throughout the years. It's worth much more than what I'm selling it to. But I also came from somewhere from not being able to afford things. So I don't ever want to overcharge people,
Right.
So yeah. A little bit here and there, making money and making different things. And literally it's crazy because people just want to learn. People want to know how you do things. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's hella dope. Jose, you have anything, bro? Before you're good. You're good from your end.
Social media guy.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, yes. Yeah. You feel me?
Well, once again, hopefully this is not the last time. Hopefully we're able to run it up again and just like maybe us three, just so we can vibe or something.
Yes.
Like this.
I know, Jose. What the fuck? You didn't hop on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, like this is kind of like dedicating it to you, right? But eventually I want to have episodes that we can just be vibing, like reacting to certain things on the freaking screen, right? That'd be dope, right?
Yes.
Or I have a bonfire, we can do something at the bonfire. Shit. Ayahuasca y those that.
Doing shrooms and shit. As long as we got some marshmallows and some s'mores, I'm down.
But honestly,
thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. I always love, I love Jose already. So and Cello too. So immediately I was like, hell yeah, I'll fucking do it,
That's dope. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Like, that's something that I always like, I say it almost in every podcast, but I'm very grateful for anybody that takes their time and comes over and has to talk with me, because life is so busy, right? And life is something, time in general is something that we never get back. So you're giving a little bit of yourself just by being here. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Of course.
Okay, well, if you don't have anything else to say, I think we'll end it there. And like I said, we'll more than likely we'll have a second round, hopefully.
Yes, bitch. Yes.
All right. So if you guys
All
made
right,
it,
everyone. Bye-bye.
yeah,
Stay classy, San Diego.
yeah. If you guys made it this far, make sure you guys let Marianne know like what you liked, what you didn't like. Comment, let her know. Just let her know
real
that,
with me.
Yeah, let her know you guys want her back again so we can have another podcast. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
And once again, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It'll help me tremendously. It's free to you guys, but it'll help me out a lot. Once again, like I like to say, it's a bigger risk not taking a risk. Till next time.